And we are live. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of Respect the Craft. This is episode number 155. And I'm joined here by the harvester of sorrows herself, the lovely Sammi Chaos. How's it going?
Awesome. How's it going with you?
Oh, I'm doing well. Thank you so much again for joining us here. This should be hopefully not a chaotic episode. This should be a fun conversation here, but I guess we can't make any promises.
Hey, fun. Come on.
Okay, so before we get into everything I do want to talk to you about, I have to ask the question I ask everyone that comes on. You heard the name of the podcast. It's called Respect the Craft. So when you hear that term, the craft, what does that mean to you?
So I'm sure you've never heard this one before, but I think of the movie The Craft. You knew it was coming. You started laughing before I even.
Every time I hear the setup of just, I don't think you've heard this one before. It's like it's gonna get that same movie.
I know for a fact you've heard it at least a dozen times. But respect the craft. I mean, respect the art. I mean, what we do is art, and we're all artists. So even if you don't like my art, you better respect it.
There you go. I think by now that I got to talk to Danny or someone about we got to make a parody just logo from the movie. That's it. That needs to be the new logo for the show because I've gotten that answer so many times now that it's like
good. Just start selling merch. I'd buy it.
There we go.
I would buy it. Like honestly.
Oh man. So let's keep it going here. Now, this is what I always like to ask. So for you, what was that moment? Because I know everyone likes to ask, what was the moment that you fell in love with wrestling? What was that match? What was this? But I always like to ask, what was that moment for you once you were in it, once you were in the business, that made you decide this is what I want to continue to do?
It was probably my first training session at Fallout. Because before then, I was waking up at 4:00 in the morning to go train with Brother Greatness in Queens, I think. But I'd drive all the way to Queens, train, and then go to work. And I was like, do I really want to fucking do this? Like, what am I doing? And then I think it was like maybe my first week at Fallout. I was like, oh yeah, like I'm going to keep showing up and I'm going to see what happens. So I just keep showing up every day.
And there we go. And it's been successful though. It's gotten to where you are now, and here we're having the conversation. So I do have to ask. So what was it though that made you? Because I can imagine that first style of training, you were like, okay, this I'm liking it, but it's like, is this really it? What pushed you to still decide? You know what? There has to be something better. Like, what was it that made you decide? Okay, there's this thing called Fallout. Let me see what they're about.
So when I was training with Bradley, I forgot who said it to me, but like it's so funny because one line could change like your entire mindset about things. But I've always been bigger, and it also like in sports. So I forgot who it was, but I made some comment about myself like being bigger, and I was like, yeah, like I have to go to the gym and like I have to become smaller and like whatever the hell I said. And they were like, absolutely not. Like, you're perfect for this business. Like, you stand out. You're different. You have a presence. Like, don't think you have to change yourself to like fit in. And I was like, oh my God, that was the first time I think I've ever been told, like, don't change yourself. And I was like, oh, well, this is where I belong, I guess. So and, you know, when I found Fallout, I was like, well, this is perfect. So, yeah.
Gotcha. Hey, again, things happen for a reason. Definitely, that's one of the best things, especially about the business. That's like, no, there's something for everyone in this, and
Yeah.
especially you definitely have a look that it definitely stands out. Especially just this is something else I wanted to talk about, especially the tattoos. That I feel like I just saw you add another one yesterday, if I'm not mistaken.
Did, yes. I'm
There we go. Shout out to Foxy because I saw it was at her place as well.
yes. She was
Uh,
telling me that the tattoo shop that she works at was having like a July 4th sale. Like, why would you say that?
saw that and I was like, I'm tempted, but I was like, oh, I had plans already.
It's so awful.
Uh, I am meaning to get more ink though. I have to get more ink. I'm up to my 6th or 7th now. I
They're like
definitely need to get a few more.
they're potato chips, so you're just gonna keep.
And here we go. We got the good buddy Silky in the chat saying, Sammy, unleash the chaos. There we go. Silky Smooth in the chat. He was happy to see when I announced this episode. So,
well, according to him, that's my future manager. So.
I think I know why. I think he wants to, again, because of some certain cane industry business. I feel like
that's
he's trying to make some things work. That's why.
That's what I'm hearing.
So hopefully, again, I know we aren't too favored at a VPW, so we're trying to make some things happen. We'll see. So, but let's keep it going here. So now for you let's talk about Fallout here now. Let's talk a little bit for you. How was that being under the tutelage there, getting to train under Coach Masha, Coach Santi, Coach Law? For you, how was that experience getting to have all their minds and get to pick at their minds to be able to now find who is Sammi Chaos?
It's fucking awesome. I feel so fortunate to be training somewhere with 4 different minds and 4 relatively different styles, just all meshing together and taking bits and pieces and kind of, pretty much like the building blocks of who I'm becoming. It's amazing. I look forward to every training session that I go to. So it's awesome.
Oh, definitely. That's something I always say. No, I almost forgot as well. And I just had him on the show. He's going to kill me. Coach Benya as well. I feel like each one of them definitely, it adds something. Like then adding also Dumeng there, Steve Dumeng, then now Prince Ahmed as well, Akira. So many minds are just like, okay, you get a little bit of this, you get a little bit of that. That it's like, it's too hard. It's harder to be like, okay, so what do I pick now? Instead of just, okay, there's what can I find? Like, no, there's always something there.
It's legit like Legos.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take this from Ahmed. I'm gonna take this from Law. Like, it's crazy, and I'm making.
Gotcha. And no, and I can imagine that was one of the best things about going there, because then it's like, okay, you have your prior training experience already. You have different minds that you've gotten to already work around, including a former friend of the business. I know now she's doing the nice life. She gets to enjoy the outskirts of the tri-state with her lovely dogs in Kodo. So
Yes, yeah,
so,
I was in the ring with her. She taught me a lot too. She taught me how to throw a great forearm. So she's to blame for everyone pummeled.
those strikes, I always say that's something that's like, if she came back, that's it. She when we talk strong style now, especially in wrestling, she was already doing it.
Exactly. It's funny because before I started Fallout, she showed me a couple matches that she had with Masha, and I was like, that's gonna be my trainer, and she's like, yeah. I'm like, okay.
That's one of those moments. It's like, let me think about this again. But hey, again, it's worked out. Now it shows like that brings her more ruthless side. This is the chaotic side of Sammi Chaos.
Yeah,
You can blame the Russian Dynamite for that.
hey, he's the one to blame.
And here we go. We got Weston Kyle in the chat showing support. Thank you guys for watching here. So now let's start talking a little bit about some upcoming stuff that you have. Let's talk about first this tournament that's going to be on July 15th here. You're taking part of the Capital Cup at CCW. It's going to be a tag team tournament here as you're teaming up with Caitlin Marie. As the first round, you guys are facing Notorious Mimi and Gabby Ortiz. So first for you, how does it feel getting to be a part of this tournament and then teaming with Caitlin Marie? How is that for you?
It's awesome. CCW, the locker room is always amazing. All the women are just super supportive, and it's another locker room where you can just pick people's brains and just learn so much. So I'm very fortunate to be a part of it. I'm excited. I don't like a lot of people, if any, but I actually do enjoy tagging with Caitlin Marie. She's a little bossy, so we'll work on that. But It's fun. I think we have a lot of great chemistry. The first time we teamed with CCW, we were just kind of thrown together, and though we lost, it it was really awesome, kind of what we created, because I think we're going to be teaming a lot more. So I'm excited.
Yeah, there you go. And again, it's a big deal here with this capital tournament, seeing just the options that are in there, especially first round. You guys are facing Gabby Ortiz and Notorious Mimi there, which again, both very known, especially in the tri-state. But then also you have possible other opponents later in the tournament, the Renegade Twins, someone I think you know very well, Nikki Duke's also part of the tournament. So your thoughts on those possibilities as well, facing later on in the tournament.
Yeah, I would. We were supposed to face the Renegade Twins. I was kind of bummed, but I hope we actually get to face each other. As for Nikki Duke, she's super fun to throw around. So if I get to be in the ring with her again, amazing.
That's a good thing to be like. Yeah, I like throwing her around. It's just like not anything else about it. It's just throwing her around.
I love it.
Gotcha. Again, there's something about it, at least. It's like, hey, there's a reason I want to share the ring because I get to throw her around. That's all.
Exactly. I can side to the other.
There you go. But from that, then it would be a week later. You're also now going to be a part of Focus Pro here. I want to say Focus Pro. Okay, I wanted to make sure because their logo is a little tiny. We got to talk to their graphic guy. They need to make a little bit of a bigger logo there.
Now branding.
So we got to get that there. Again, you guys got to make sure you get your branding out there. Then a week later, you're going back to Focus Pro here. So talk to us a little bit about this. And is this a return for you, or have you make your debut here at Focus Pro?
The debut.
Okay.
It's like right outside Boston, which I'm actually super excited about. I haven't been in that area before, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to do like a day trip through Boston, but I'm excited because the venue looks really awesome. It's like in a brewery cannery type situation.
Ooh, okay.
And my opponent, she's super well known throughout that area, throughout like Maine, all that stuff. So it's gonna be fun. She just had a match against Becca, like Wrestling Open. So I've been watching stuff, and I'm super excited to see what we come up with.
Gotcha. And no, again, that's one of those where not only you get to impress the crowd now, show off, but then it's possibly defeating here a well-known opponent there. So that's making your name, and that forces Focus Pro to be like, you know what? Well, I guess we're gonna have to bring her back again and again and again.
Again, grudgingly, just keep bringing me back. You're gonna have to. I'm sorry.
And there you go. Now you get to be like, okay, now I get to come back the next time to Boston to see. I didn't get to hit all these spots, so let me now go to this and just enjoy the Boston area. Though I don't know how much you can enjoy, but that's just the Yankee fan in me trying to talk a little crap right now. My apologies.
Celtics fan though, so that's I don't tell too many people that. But
it's all good. It's all good. When it comes to that, it's okay. But it's like now if it's a Red Sox comment, then this is gonna be the end of the episode.
Unplugged, like that's it.
Like that would be it. We're done here. That's the end of the episode, guys. See you on the next one.
Understandable, I would totally.
And here we go. We got Cheap Pops here saying hi, Ray and Sammy. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, guys. Thank you for coming in.
The best day.
There we go. We got all the support here from everyone. Cheap Pop also will be, they just announced earlier, they're doing a little bit of a contest for the next Battle Club Pro show. So they're giving away a ticket as well. So that's gonna be fun. Jobber Slam 3 definitely looking to be an insane event. So let's talk about that because it was recently announced as well. You'll be a part of Jobber Slam 3 here with a huge opportunity in this one, as it's going to be. Let me try to get this right on the first shot. The Jobber Knocker Battle Royal, where that winner will receive a title shot of their choosing here.
Yes.
So
rolls off the tongue quite well.
It definitely does, but I wanted to make sure because I feel like the first time we announced it, it was like just trying to get it all in one shot. I messed up. It might have just been Cuzza. I think Cuzza was just he was getting me on that one.
So once.
But just looking at the field there, we talked about these men earlier. You have the coaches in there. You have Coach Law. You have Coach Santi in there. You got Coach Ahmed. And then you have other peers from the fallout as well. Jordy Lee in there. Brian Baum making his debut there, which I know Brian and you have a little bit of a history. If you guys have been watching Battle Club X, there's something there where I don't know what Brian was trying to do. He tried to I guess pay you off at one point. It didn't work out. It's just
it's not
some confusion there.
it's not bright. There's been a couple of times where I think he took advice from Spike to try to be my friend. Don't do that. And he tried to pay me off to protect him, but I ended up feeding him to everybody else. So yeah, I'm excited for. I didn't realize until I saw the poster how many people are going to be in that ring.
Yeah, it's a nice full house in there. And then this is one of those where you never know who else could possibly join, because that's always the best thing about Battle Club shows. There's usually surprises, and in a matchup like this, I wouldn't be surprised if there's more entrants that are not shown on the lovely graphic there.
Now it's gonna be like but wait, there's more.
Well, you recently did one of those as well. There was I want to say one of the Survival of the Fittest that we were expecting one surprise entrant, and then we got 3.
Listen, you get your money's worth when you come to Battle Club. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, that's the best part, though. That's one of the best things about coming out to these shows. Which, if you guys haven't already, make sure you get your tickets. It's going to be an event like no other. Again, it's Jobber Sam 3, so it's going to be 3 times the excitement there, 3 times the insanity, and a lot of great wrestling. So
come watch me win.
So there you go. We're about to talk about that in a little bit, but let me get to this comment here as we have the Psycho Luchador himself, Smiley, in the chat saying good evening.
Smiley.
So there we go. We got our good pal Smiley. So now let's talk about that, because if you do win, though, I have to say I have to be unbiased, because I have to be neutral here. Again, just because I've had a lot of the people on the podcast, possibly some more in the future. I got to be neutral. So I don't piss anyone off when I go there. Last time I did one of these, I pissed off Auntie Lala. It wasn't good when I saw her the next time. So we got to make sure we're good there. Because I know Auntie's coming at the next one, so I got to make sure I'm on her good side. We got to keep everything afloat here.
That lariat.
So yeah, it's now an international lariat. So we got to make sure we're good. We got to stay safe with that one. But so now let's talk about that again. If you are able to win the Jobber Knocker Battle Royal here, is there the thought process already of what championship you would want to go for? Would it be that inaugural Fallout championship that was just crowned by the winner Big Cuzzo there? Is it the Battle Club Pro Heavyweight Championship, that Icons, that franchise? There's a lot of great choices here. Or maybe even those tag titles, because I know Dave Rivera currently is alone, so that's also a thing. KJ is doing some business right now, so I'm not sure when and where we'll get KJ Mack back in the squared circle.
I know. I think everyone would expect the Icons belt to be, but I mean, honestly, I think I could take any of them. So I don't know. I like Cuzzo's belt. I feel like it should be. So
there you go. Again, it is a lovely belt. It's a nice newly designed belt there. Shout out to our good buddy Danny, who again making some great belts. There's a reason he's a creator. He's creating some lovely championships.
Right. So. He's very appropriately named. So
I guess we'll have to wait and see. This is one where I just had to ask the question, though. Again, we're never going to get the answer till it happens, because then that takes away the fun there.
Exactly.
So here we go. And oh, look at that. We got someone saying here, gotta wait your turn. I feel like that might be someone we're seeing eventually this Friday, but I don't want to say any names. So they're just saying it there. They're just wait your turn now. I don't think Sammy likes to wait.
So it's fine.
This is not the person to be like, oh yeah, wait your turn. Like she just makes her turn. That's it.
I cut the line. It is my turn.
So there you go. Again, and that's the thing. You can't if she wins this, you can't question it. That's it. It's an automatic turn. Exactly. It says it in the rules right there.
Right.
So this again, the branding was very well done there. So we have to make sure we everything's there.
Mhm.
Uh, here we go. We got Smiley making a wise decision. My money's on Sammy for fear of a beating if I don't. So there you go.
He's like, man.
There we go. So, see, sometimes he's a little psycho, but he makes wise decisions there. And here we go. We got Bam Collins saying, "Nah, first come, first served." Well, Bam, again, you have to possibly win that though. You got to possibly win the battle royal. Then, if you want to say first come, oh, okay. Here we go. Here we go. So it says OG got to go for. Again, you got to win the battle royal, man. And I would assume you would want a tag title shot though. So the Golden Glovers are a thing. We're gonna talk Friday.
Friend, you have friends.
Or maybe that's it. I guess Friday we'll find out. Maybe the Golden Glovers are already breaking up. That's not a good sign. He's thinking about singles gold. This isn't good.
You guys need couples therapy already.
Well, that's sadly what happens. A lot of tag teams it just
I know.
But this is why you do singles stuff. You're just one person in there killing everything.
Lone wolf. We don't need friends.
Oh no! Danny just wants to die now. Sammy Chaos fears Danny Nemesis.
I just gave you a compliment on your belt.
Look at that! Oh, here we go now. Okay, now he's saying Golden Takeover. There you go. So now he's trying to defend himself here. I guess the couples therapy comment got to him. Okay, and here we go. We got our good buddies at the Knucklehead Network. Yo, what's up, Toe? What's going on? Yo. So now we've talked about confirmed matches now. Let's talk about if we could talk a list here. Who is on that list of Sammy Chaos? Let's say the next to be destroyed list. I can imagine who's on that first spot. I think it's no secret who's on that top that you would want to face in the ring. Huh? Which let's get into that because unfortunately it was supposed to happen by now. Unfortunately, things are card subject to change, but I know that match with Jessica Havoc is definitely that top priority of making happen.
Yeah, it was. Oh my gosh, it's funny because people still like, oh man, I really wish that Jessica Havoc match would happen. I'm like, who are you telling? Like, who are you talking to right now? Like, of course. But that's okay. When it does happen, because it will, I'll just be more prepared because I want Havoc Death Machine. I don't want Jessica. So I want her at her best. I want it all. Let's see. I've said this before and I don't want to put my foot in my mouth, but I'd love to face each one of my coaches.
Okay.
So I said it like a few months ago where I was like, yeah, I'd love to have like a match with Masha one day. And then someone made a graphic of me and Masha. And I'm like, no. Like, relax.
Hey, that's usually what comes out of this. It's usually, especially when you have lovely graphic design skills, people will do this. That's what I'm trying to get the answer now. Because I also am someone that loves to make just graphics. Because you never know. I've done it before. I've done it once before and we got a matchup out of it. So...
Because then Joe Kim saw and he's like, oh, yeah, that's happening. I was like, I was just, all right. Cool. Eating my words. But, I mean, there's a bunch. Like, I'd love to face, Falling Kikyo. She was at Women Crush Wednesday. She was awesome. I'd love to have a singles match with her. I mean, all the women at Ladies Night Out from North Carolina, that locker room was really great. Like all the girls from Pretty Empowered, just anyone. I want them all.
There you go. This is what Danny's saying there too. It's just she wants to get her hands on everyone. There you go.
Exactly. Yeah.
Danny he already got the phrase there. Chaos World Tour. There you go.
Equal.
So now let's throw this one now because we talked about the ladies you would want to face in there. How about let's now go into the guys? Because I've seen you with ease as well, just throw around some guys, including a guy you know very well, good buddy Aaron, just getting tossed around a little bit. So is there anyone on that side that you have your eye on that you would like to throw around in that squared circle?
um, Probably maybe Anthony Gamble.
Okay.
I think it'd be a lot of fun. I think we'd hit each other pretty hard. But yeah, I'd say Cuzzo, but only for his belt. But I already had a match with him at Battle Club X, which was awesome. Should also
You were also victorious in that, so that kind of then makes you. I guess if Joaquin's listening, that kind of does put you up on the leaderboard a little bit. If
I'm
that's
just
how that works,
I
I'm not sure.
Icons belt. I don't need a women's championship. Doesn't have to be no Icons belt. It could be whatever belt.
There you go. Oh no! Again, they're both golden glovers are just coming at you here. Now we got Landon in the chat saying, "I want Sammy."
So let's go. Like, where are you?
Like again, I guess I'll ask them about this Friday. Are they okay? Like they're trying to just get attacked here. This is
They're not okay mentally. Do you
oh no.
for fun? We're not okay mentally.
And look at this. Now we
Oh,
I knew this was coming because usually when he's in here, he ends up wanting to fight whoever I have on the podcast. And this is one of my best friends here, and he wants to fight you too. It's like
he's rooting for me and wants to fight me at the same time. That's the kind of chaos I'm into. So like, go.
well, he is known to he had he was the new face of chaos at one point, so that does make sense. So
Book it.
there we go. See now that's it. That's the graphic that'll come out of this episode.
I know.
We're putting the Sammy versus Smiley graphic up. That'll be posted tomorrow, guys. So you'll just see the clip and then the graphic.
Coming soon.
So, and then one promoter will be like, that's a good idea. We're booking it.
Yeah.
Oh man, look at again, Bam, you're
Ooh, Bam.
I'm trying to save you here. I just faced your boyfriend, have no problem facing you.
You see what happened? That man killed you.
I was gonna say you got doctor bombed in the center of the ring. It wasn't a I don't know if the bomb kind of knocked you a little loopy there. It wasn't a
Tried your best, but you meant towel. So
okay. let's move on here. So we talked opponents, we talked confirmed places. Let's talk now. Is there places that are on your radar now? We've mentioned again the Carolinas possibly. Is that something in on your list of places that you want to make your mark?
yeah. I mean, I'd love to go back to Carolina. I'd love to just keep moving west. I'd love to see what like Santino Bros is all about. Knox Pro. What was it? PCW Ultra.
Right? Oh yeah, that's a good one.
A lot of great promotions out there that I would love to check out. OVW. So, yeah, honestly anywhere.
There you go.
So
it sounded like Sammy Chaos wants to make that Cali trip eventually.
Oh my God, yes.
So there's a lot out there. Again, you're mentioning two of especially Santino Bros and especially PCW. Hold on, I guess that for Santino's, I guess maybe if a certain techno witch listens to this, I guess she could try to make that happen as well.
Yep.
So we're gonna throw that out there as well because I know Kid Bandit's also a friend of the show. So we'll see if she listens as well.
She's awesome. I saw her she just went to CZW, I think like a month ago. Oh my goodness. She was awesome.
Yeah. Again, she's one where that's a different, just completely style. I feel like you guys would have a nice just contrast in there.
I would just be chasing her. I'd be chasing her.
There you go. Danny as well, just putting it again, Chaos World Tour. That's what it is. It's just we're going to see the World Tour here.
Make the shirt, Danny. Make the shirt.
There you go. So now let's see. Okay. We talked about the training. We talked about that element. We talked about opponents. But now let's talk a little bit about who is Sammy Chaos here? What was it that made you find? Because we talked about the picking of brains here, but what was it that made you decide this is who you want to be in the ring? This is who you want to showcase to the masses.
So who Sammy Chaos is inside of the ring is pretty much who you get outside of the ring. I'm just not smiling and laughing inside the ring. It's pretty much me turned up to 11. I I think it's Chris Jericho who actually said that, where it's like the easiest thing you could possibly do is just go in there and be yourself, just turn it up to 11. And it's true. I mean, on the outside, I'm not drawing face paint on my face, but that's me. I don't take shit from anybody, and it's just she's not wrong. You, it's true. Like that's who I am. Like what you see is what you get.
Gotcha. No, and that's the best thing about it. I feel like that's when it comes off more organic, and that's when it also showcases to the crowd can feel it. That it's like, okay, this doesn't feel like just a character in a sense.
Right.
So it becomes more relatable.
I'm not acting when I go out there and I look pissed off. I'm 9 times out of 10 already annoyed. There's some level of annoyance that I maintain at all times. So yeah, I mean that's me. So
there you go. To quote the Avengers, there, it's just that's the secret. You're just always annoyed.
100%. When he said that, I was like, I see you. I know.
And here we go. Just Danny taking the blame there. Probably at me. Probably Danny. That's it. She's just annoyed at you because you're probably saying something funny on commentary that it's like she's gonna get you for it later.
I usually tend to give him a death stare when I walk through
the. You got to be careful, Danny. Trust me. Being on that commentary side, you want to be careful. It leads to some strikes. Ask Gina. Look what happened to him a few shows ago. He also had to feel that lariat.
He doesn't know how to shut his mouth, so it's like.
So let's also talk this then. So for you, we talked about getting in there. We talked about the coaches, but who would you say were those inspirations when you're coming up with, especially the look and everything for Sammi Chaos? Who was that you were looking at that made you think, okay, I like this. Let me merge it into my own style in a sense.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I like to think that it's a merge of Bull Nakano, Awesome Kong, Vader. I like to say that that's my dad. So, yeah, that's who I am pretty much. That's really it, you know?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
No, that definitely I could see, especially the inspiration with the face paint in there. You could clearly see that, especially the strong style you bring. Bull Nakano is just it's there, like.
So
I could imagine this is one I know we didn't talk about earlier, but if possible, would the Aja Kong match ever be something that you would jump at the opportunity for?
I would not say no to that. Like strike me down if I'm ever like of course. Of course. That would be fucking amazing.
There you go. No, because that's one I can imagine, especially with the style you bring to that ring. I can clearly see who you also studied in there, and it's one of those where I know Masha's definitely saying, "Here you go, tape study. Just continue to see what she brought to the ring as well."
Yeah, it's like here's a match. Like thank you. Like, yeah, it's down to everything. Like even like walking to the ring, it's you try to emulate all of it. So yeah.
No, and again, it just shows the inspiration. That's what I always like to say, that it's better when you do see those little notes, that it's not just, okay, yeah, this is that person. No, it's like, okay, I could see this, and it's those little pieces again. It's like you said earlier, the Lego thing. That's like it's little pieces of everything.
Right. Yeah. It's like it might not all like look cohesive on the outside. My Legos are different colors, but but yeah, it all makes sense at the end because I mean I wasn't born knowing how to do any of this.
No.
Yeah.
So let's ask about that. Let's get into what was it that made you decide that you did want to get into this? What was that moment that it's like, you know what, I do want to get into wrestling. I want to become a wrestler. Because I know it's one of those where we all fall in love with it. There's always that match that is just like, I don't know what it is, but I love this. I want to keep watching. But it's a whole different notion to be like, oh no, I don't just love to watch this. I now want to get involved. Like,
Yeah,
how
it's
do I
like
get in? Where does that click for you?
um so I started out a lot later than a lot of the people that I train with and am around. But it was literally, I mean, I don't condone this, but I was literally drunk one day and I was like, I'm really tired of my fucking life. Um I just felt like I was more existing and not living, and I felt that I could do something a lot greater than what I was doing, which was pretty much nothing. Um, so I literally, like, maybe within a week of that, I found somewhere, to train and just, found the right people to show me the way. And here I am. It's kind of crazy because it literally I was just fed up with what I was doing, and I'm like, I feel like I was like, it sounds so dumb, but it's really what it is. I feel like I was born to do something other than rot in a cubicle for the rest of my life. Um, so yeah, I was just fed up.
Gotcha. No, and that's I feel that's usually how it is. It just takes something. It's like that one spark of like, we have to do this. Like it goes, it's just it clicks. Like if this is something in your head. So I do have to ask that though, was this always something you thought about? But it was just that last just you needed something to be like, fuck it.
Yeah.
We have to go, we have to start now.
Yeah, pretty much. So when I got into wrestling, it was pretty much my big brother who I just watched with him, and we both loved it. And I mean, I was the only girl in school like watching wrestling and whatnot. And I mean, I grew up in a I don't want to say I grew up in a place that like it wasn't like follow your dreams, go be an actor, actress,
Okay.
but it kind of wasn't instilled in us to where like follow your dream, it's like go get a practical job and a 401k and like all that shit. Um so I mean, it was always in the back of my mind, like I could do that, like I want to do that, like I want to see my big face on a Titantron, like what the hell. Like, so I think after so long of just following a path that wasn't mine, I just got, fed up, and
Yeah.
to where I'm like, I'm gonna see if, I can do it. And apparently I really like falling and getting hit. So yeah.
And here we go. And that's how we get Sammy Chaos now. And again, now you have 3 shots, guys. If you haven't already, go see Sammy Chaos here live in action, as you have not only CCW, Focus Pro, and then also Battle Club Pro, all confirmed. Again, a lot more to come as well, but this is why you want to make sure you follow Sammy Chaos, so that way you stay up to date with all things Sammy Chaos and upcoming bookings, and continue to see that, again, this decision, it worked out for the best here.
Yes,
And
keep
like
watching.
Danny said multiple times here, she's on. Hold on, let me make sure I get that. The Chaos World Tour. There
Just
you go.
home.
Danny, right now, I believe he just left the chat already just to go work on the design. He's not here anymore. I feel like he's just like, okay, that's it. Shirt coming soon.
Can't control it. It just does it.
Hey, and that's why he's the creator, though. He gets into that motion of just that's it. He created that Nemesis Championship, the Fallout Shelter Championship. Now it's gonna be another shirt. So coming soon to Pro Wrestling Tees. Go check that out.
Lab where he's just like tinkering with designs.
Oh, there. Look at that. Okay, so he is in the chat still. She's a rock star. There you go. Now he's putting you over again. There you go.
He needs to choose one. Or make fun of me.
This is what Danny likes to do. He likes to tinker. So that's why now you're annoyed at him when you come out. It just makes sense. It's just there's reasons now. Danny just he likes to put fuel to the fire here.
Reasons, there's levels to this.
Oh man. So let's talk about this now, because there was the match you mentioned earlier of Women Crush Wednesday, getting to be there in with Kiko as well. How was that for you, teaming with Ruthless Lala and that relationship you guys have? Because you guys have not only got to team in there, but you also beat the shit out of each other not too far behind that at the IFC versus Fallout event at the Mecca late
Yeah,
last year.
that is one of my favorite matches, I think. Me and Lala. Yeah, we hit each other pretty hard. Um it it was awesome. I mean, what she said, I mean, I don't know if anyone has watched or was there, but she didn't have to grab the mic afterwards, and she gave me props afterwards, and she would go to battle with me any day and all that fun stuff. Like, that really meant a lot to me. I look up to her a lot. Even her style of just hitting people. I loved sharing a ring with her, tagging with her. She taught me a lot. I also have trained with her too, and she shares a lot. So there's nothing but knowledge to be gained with her. So I appreciate her a lot. Yeah.
No, definitely. And again, seeing not only what she said at both events, but seeing just the chemistry in there. And then again, you get to see those little things that it's like you're picking away, like, okay, I like this, and then taking even from the battle, because you guys definitely did tore down the Mecca when you guys faced off. If you guys haven't already, go check that out at Title Match Wrestling Network,
Mhm.
because there's just one spot where you guys just flew through chairs.
Yeah, you
Just
steered me through a group match you
uh
started. So yeah,
you gotta love it. Again, it's that love hate relationship. That's what we all love about this business. Some of
yes,
the bestest friends. That's usually who hits you harder. That's usually what ends up happening. So
exactly. They know where to hit you.
you gotta love that. Oh, see, now Danny's saying that. Danny the instigator. There you go. That's. See, Danny. This is why though. R.I.P. my merch table. This is why, Danny. Out of all the tables that day, they were like, "Yep, Danny's."
I
Oh,
sure it was Danny's. I was like, "This is Danny Nemesis." I'll bet.
this is what he gets. Unless it's the new shirt that's coming soon. Again, after this, there's gonna be a new shirt. Don't break that table. Everything else, you could break that. And here
Danny.
we go. Matt Awesome say, by the way, I see Sammy rocking my favorite movie monster. There you go. You got Jason there. So
Halloween somewhere.
it's I dig it there. You gotta love it. So let's start again. I don't want to take up too much more of your time here, because I do want to start wrapping this up. Now Bam saying hide your merch tables. Now she's gonna make sure the next time you guys have a merch table, that's gonna be the instant target.
Notice it's all the guys trying to instigate.
See, all the girls are smart. They haven't chimed in. They're probably watching, but
You
it's
don't.
just the guys trying to get more heat here. You gotta love it. Everyone's causing heat here. But let's start wrapping this up. So now, Sam, before I let you go, I do have one final question I do want to ask. So for Sammy Chaos, what is the end goal?
There is no end goal, man. um, I legit just want to take her as far as she can go. I want to go to Japan. Like, I want to run it till the wheels fall off.
Gotcha.
Sammy Chaos will be old and gray and still getting in there, trying to forearm people. So,
There you go. It's gonna go back to the forearm now. That's it.
and JL
See,
Code, he drove it home.
See, Danny, this is something you got to keep in mind for Jobber Slam when she's in that ring. That again, let's show the graphic one more time just to remind people. Again, guys, get your tickets for Jobber Slam 3, new Jobber City there, Battle Club and Jobber Tears podcast putting on together a great event. That's it. That's gonna be the name of the strike now. It's just the Kodo forearm. That's it.
Yes.
So there you go. Danny, make sure you give that to Gino, because I know Gino doesn't like to take his own notes. So make sure Gino continues to say it when it's being hit on multiple opponents. Because again, there's a lot of people that can take a forearm in there.
There's a
So
lot want to get a forearm, so include.
there you go. Matt Olson's also, see, this is why he's trying to be smart. He's trying to be nice in there, because he knows at Jobber Slam. Oh, see, now that we're ending it, now he's trying to get a
Oh,
comment in. See you at Jobber Slam. See, now he's trying to, because he's thinking, oh, they're not gonna. oh, oh, there you go. Matt Olson now saying, "Damn, I'm in there too. I'm blocking that forearm this time." I don't think you could block it when it's just gonna be there. That's it.
In there, man. Sorry.
Like it's hard to just like it's coming at your head. You're done. So, but before Sammy tries to throw one at us, let's make sure we plug away her social media here, which if you guys haven't already, go follow Sammy Chaos on Instagram right there, Real Sammy Chaos. Follow her on Twitter at Real Sammy Chaos. And again, make sure you attend those great events coming up, CCW, Focus Pro, especially Battle Club Pro, because again, it's going to be a great night of wrestling. So, Sammy, thank you again so much for joining us here. To everyone watching, thank you so much as well. And don't forget, as always, to be wise, be genuine, be real, be better people, respect the craft. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.